Jibby jabber.
There's jibby. I'm like, Joanna, do you think you could try to be like fun?
Not with the Bible. I don't think there's
I'm like,
fun.
do you think you could try to put some fun in it? Or you just want to stay dry?
Well, I think someone should have thought about the fun when they wrote it.
That's right.
Ain't no fun in the Bible.
You know what? If you mix the words around in Bible, it says Libby.
Libby. That's fun.
That's fun? How fun is that? I'm like, Libby.
Hey, grab your Libby.
Grab your Libby.
Come on over. Grab your Libby.
Libs.
Liberals.
It's the podcast that Sassy Serpent warned you about.
Welcome to Biting All the Apples, where two gals discuss one radical book.
The best-selling critical and comedic masterpiece from 1895, The Woman's Bible by Elizabeth Cady Stanton. What a lady. What a gal.
I love her.
I'm Sara Kaye.
I'm Joanna V.
We've got the co-host act back together to talk about the world-famous biblical book of Acts.
What?
Through the lens of Victorian feminists, of course. And you know what our summary is? Acts ain't that bad for women.
Pretty good.
I mean, Elizabeth Cady Stanton even says so. Of course, there are some caveats. We're here for the caveats. Can't wait to talk about that and more right after you hear our handy, friendly, and fabulous disclaimers.
Biting All the Apples covers analysis of religious texts. Some listeners that are religious out of the need for the illusion of certainty may find the content offensive. Biting All the Apples also discusses historic texts and feminist movements. We recognize that individuals, groups, and alternative movements have been left out of mainstream history. We will note that whenever possible. We are open to additional information provided to us in the spirit of expanding knowledge.
Meow.
Meow.
We are really...
Meowza.
I have no boundaries because I'm not able to kick this cat out of the studio.
I like, it
know
makes
what?
us homey.
I feel like we could do almost an interactive listener thing.
Yeah.
If you can tell us how many times you heard the cat.
Oh my God,
you're
right?
Gonna get a prize.
Because it's like a little bit quiet.
Yeah. Because she's got that beautiful voice.
It's like sing song.
So,
how have you been?
I missed you last week. But it also feels like it was like 3 weeks.
Right?
It wasn't.
We've been doing
this.
We've been doing this. But it was that 1 week off. It was and it was what a week.
I know.
I'm still drowning, but it's fine. It's great. I like being underwater, gasping for air.
I mean, it's not like you're in charge of a bunch of impressionable kids or anything, so
it's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
And then, but I have missed a lot of current events, which has been nice because I'm just drowning in non-current events.
Yeah. So lovely.
How about you? Any distractions?
No, I've just been straight watching the news. No, I'm just kidding.
I just soaking it all in.
No, I do. I make a concerted effort to consume something creative and literary.
That's good.
Before anything else happens.
And you've been lovely flowers,
too.
too.
Yeah, and I got my flowers. And so the world, we say the world, well, it probably is the world. Anyways.
I think it is the world.
The nation is having a really hard time. And climate change is a thing. But I'm telling you, after several summers of growing flowers, the pollinators this year, popping.
Yeah.
Popping. I'm almost like, hey, monarchs, go to the next place.
Stop taking my nectar.
We've got bees. We've got several different kinds of butterflies.
Oh my gosh.
Hummingbirds.
See,
ruby
being
throated.
Outside. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's a miracle. That's the wonder.
That's
the
wonder.
That's the things that, hey.
Yeah.
We humans, we're not that special.
We're not that special.
We're actually just like a scourge.
We are a scourge. And the bees and butterflies, I'm just curious if anybody else has seen more. It seems like a lot more than ever.
Oh, you know what? It's been so humid here. I could not force myself to go outside. And now that the weather is nice, I cannot go outside because I'm literally at work till 8 o'clock. Because I switched to grade levels, and it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. You think it's not. It's a lot.
I'll tell you this, reading the book of Acts, or at least what they selected in the Women's Bible, it actually wasn't that entertaining for me.
No,
it was very dry.
Yeah, it was like literally acts of what people were doing. Like I mean, at least it's
like, they sold us a bill of goods with this title.
Super literal. Like, this is what Peter did.
Yeah.
And Paul did this.
And he did
And
this.
people were there. They're like literally letters about.
Which is probably why, I mean, I think I mentioned it in the last episode, but this is another one where they have their selection and then they just are like, and then reiterate what happens. And you're like, yeah, girl.
Saw it. Was there. Read it. Saw it. Read it.
Yeah. So,
have the receipts.
But before we get into I'm not checking. I'm checking all my social media.
She just left, and she's just checking the news.
I did not have.
I'm just checking.
I didn't have my do not disturb.
But you reminded me that I took a screenshot yesterday for some reason. I was like, ooh, I took a screenshot but I can't remember what the hell it was I was reading.
You only took one screenshot?
I took two. No, I take a lot, but I take a lot of screenshots, but to do with acts.
Oh, good. At first, I thought you were like, I took a screenshot yesterday. Have you ever
done that? You press two buttons at the same time, and
because
whole screen.
I take screenshots of so much
never go
stuff,
back.
Which is why I cannot stand when people are like, if you show them a picture on their phone, they grab your phone. I'm like, don't be scrolling through that shit.
I know. Look,
you're gonna see
like more than look, it's a lot of screenshots. And now I have pictures of other people's.
Just for fun, what were your last
other people's lesson plans?
Like, what were your last few screenshots of?
Well, I do screenshot memes instead of saving them for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why. Let's see. What do I got? Oh, I have a conversation with my daughter via text.
That you screenshotted?
I screenshot it, and then I sent it to my husband. Well, I could have just wrote what she said, but it seemed appropriate. And now I have it.
Okay.
What is this? About food. The CDC food being bad. So it's from an article.
Okay.
But it was the food that you should not eat anymore because no one is checking it. And I'm like, this I'll need. But will I ever find it when I need it?
There's a few foods they could tell me to be like, it's bad now. I'd be like, well.
It's everything healthy. That's the kind of funny thing that I thought about. It was like.
It's probably like lettuce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheese, ice cream, smoked fish. Leafy greens, raw vegetables, sprouted seeds, fresh herbs, berries, fresh cut fruit, prepackaged bag salads.
I have one of the screenshots. I screenshotted the warning about how no one's ever going to be able to get the COVID vaccine ever again.
Oh, yeah.
So I sent that to you.
Yeah.
And Carrie, so I spread misinformation.
Oh, is it misinformation?
Oh, I have no idea.
It
came from a reputable source.
Well, I'm telling you that someone else told me that.
Yeah.
And she's a specialist in infectious disease and runs a lab and was like, go get your shot right now.
So it's like,
I think that's legit.
Yeah.
That's a good screenshot. And for historical purposes.
Exactly.
When someone finds your phone with 8 million screenshots, they're like...
When ICE finds my phone.
They'll be like, oh, take her out.
Other screenshot, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's engagement ring.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good screenshot. I'm not even particularly a huge fan, but I was like, I just had to confirm that. Oh, screenshot of a list of gear that our local sheriff's department.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. What kind of craziness is that? Do you see how much money they got? They got the most money.
Yeah.
In Michigan. And I think it's because,
they host
their buddies. They hosted it.
There's a website you can check and see how much your county, this is in all 50 states, how much they received from the new DOD
budget, a budget.
I was like,
I
started that sentence sounding like I was going to just really deliver information. I go from the new
money,
from the new Trump sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so all these places. You can look up and see what your police department got, what they bought with the money. So it's a little frightening, to be honest.
Yeah, mine-resistant vehicle, night vision goggle, truck van, tactical recon kit, telescope, flashlight, thermal sight. This is
more frightening because I know that the 2A group is very local here. You know, the Second Amendment.
Yeah, well, this is a Second Amendment sanctuary.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. And this dude that got all this stuff is a nut job. And
just to know that a agricultural community got a mine-resistant vehicle and some night scopes.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's a sign of the times,
It
peeps.
is.
That's a good screenshot.
It is. Yeah.
My other screenshot was from a group I'm in. It's a teacher group. And it was about the new Michigan State school superintendent. And then it's all these comments from people who worked with him saying that he's like a complete nut job.
Nice.
But I heard it on the news and they just said like he's got great schools. And I'm like, well, according to the people that actually work for him, disagree.
Yeah.
I got the screenshots,
You're like,
but I'll never use them because it's a private group and I will never use them. But I just needed it for my own...
For your screenshot collection.
For my screenshot collection.
I know. I want to know... Listen, listeners, tell us the last 5 things you screenshotted.
Yeah.
Don't you want to know? Now, I know that we were talking about acts. Oh, because I did have something to bring up about acts. And then we can get... Because we started talking about how they were... It's kind of drier.
Oh, yes.
With the women's Bible thing. And it's relatively short. What's it, like 3-4 pages?
Yeah, it's not.
So seeing acts, I'm on the internet.
You're on the net.
I'm on the internet and I am on the blue sky and someone's like, oh, look, Peter Thiel's giving a lecture on the Bible. And they show a shot of Peter Thiel and it's like, it looks like a picture of him probably from when he was like 21 and he's totally photoshopped. Because I'm like, I've seen that dude. He doesn't look like that. That's not the point though. It's not the picture.
Okay, but that's weird.
But so he's giving a lecture on the Bible and his whole Christianity group. Do you know this? That they're trying to bring back, or they're trying to fuse Christianity with kind of like this tech god situation.
What?
You have not heard of this?
No. Is this real?
Guess. Oh, it's real. Guess what his group's name is. Acts 17.
Oh my God.
Joanna's dead. We're going to try to continue.
I just fell over.
With her
That's
spirit.
Crazy.
Yeah. So in Acts stands for acknowledging Christ in technology and society. And I guess last week he was talking about that. Now,
wait, so God lives in technology? Is that what they're saying?
Well,
because I'm pretty sure it's Satan.
A ton of great writers and investigative journalists have written on this. And I'll link to some articles that I've
on
this whole these tech bros, how they're trying to get people into Christianity. I don't even know if they're trying to get people, but it's because they see themselves as godlike. And so I'll link to some good. I'm not going to do it justice. But this my own hot take is, to me, it just further proves that Christianity is a setup and it is a way for usually men to put themselves in power because they're like, we're going to use the. I mean, and we're like, I don't know if we've lived through a time where somebody has co-opted it. I'm sure back in, Constantine's days, a similar thing happened. They're like, we're going to all of a sudden, actually, let's get into this Jesus guy. And that's like who I am and the Lord and kings, that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a very complete thesis on this, but my own thing from us doing this project is I'm like, it goes right in line with what we keep on bringing back.
It's just continuing the historical precedents, which is we're going to Christianity this and make it so that I can use it for myself.
And is it co-opting or is Christianity just male power?
Gosh, it's a hard one.
Yeah, think about it.
I'm a little sad because I really like Jesus. I like all the things that Jesus does.
Cindy.
So I feel like why can't we just have the book of Jesus and
book of
call it a day?
But the thing is, there's been tons of guys that have been as nice as Jesus.
That is
and
true.
actually lots of women.
Yeah. Yes, there have. And that's what. And I bet the real Jesus would be like, why? How did I get wrapped up in this? Like,
For real.
I mean, I just was like, get the money out of society, basically.
Yeah.
And then you totally even screw that up. Get my name out of your mouth.
And all the mouths in the future.
Right.
So yeah, Acts is a book in the Bible. It's also the name of Peter Thiel's nerd club.
Nerd church.
Nerd church.
I don't even want to call them nerds,
I know,
though.
it's like nerd church sounds cool.
I know. I would go
Yeah.
to that. I would go to that.
Just evil overlord.
There you
Thank
go.
you. So, all right, we're just trying to get into this Bible.
Like the ladies picked a whole bunch of sections and they barely said anything about them except for like what actually happened
Yeah.
in the thing. Although actually sometimes it's quite helpful because I'm like, what actually did that say? And they just like say it and I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That was my question when I finished reading the actual words from the Bible. Although even then, in 1895, they were way more in tune with the Bible. And,
so much so.
So they say things, and I'm like, oh, I still need to look that up.
So the first one. So tell me, what's the
Well,
book? Sorry.
Honestly, the one that my favorite was the first one just because there's a story about a man and a wife, Ananias and his wife, Sapphira.
Ooh.
I think that is her name.
I love that.
But they pretend to be good and give all their money away. But in actuality, they just lied and they said they gave it all and they kept some money. And then, they're dead.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But I like how they said it. They said that yielded up the ghost. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, did they call up a ghost? Or, I mean,
Does it mean give up the ghost?
I thought he was dead. But yeah, they just yield up their soul, I guess.
Oh, but they're still alive?
No, they're dead.
Oh.
No, they did.
Oh, now you tell me. This is horrible.
They yield up the ghost. And then, well, first it was just the husband because they were like, hey, that's not good. And then the woman came around and they were like, yo, woman, didn't you know? And she was like, well, kind of. And they were like, yeah, you're dead. But then the ladies are just like, well, obedience of one responsible being to another may oftentimes prove dangerous, even if the command comes from a husband. Because remember, it's all obedience at that point.
That's right.
In time. And they're like, she listened to him and off her ghost went.
She had to yield her ghost.
She had to yield her ghost all because of that dang husband, greedy husband. But that was my favorite one.
That is good. Yeah, I think I highlighted that where I was like, dudes, typical.
Typical. The other one
Is Dorcas.
Oh, Dork. I just like her name.
Is that how you, who cares? That's how we're pronouncing it.
That's how they said it in the Audible. So
Okay.
I'm going with,
Okay.
It's got to be Dorcas.
This is Acts 9, right? 36
yes.
to 41.
Mm-hmm.
Dorcas. What's her deal with Tabitha?
I didn't really get it because she was a great woman.
There's so many that I'm like, what? I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
Well, she was a great woman. She died, and then all of a sudden Peter came and rose her up, even though she was sick and old. And he just said, "Rise up," and she rose up, and she was alive again. So she was so great, she became alive again, and that's like.
Literally it. Yeah, and I do like this that Elizabeth writes. This is the first instance of any apostle performing a miracle of this kind. There was no witness to this miracle. What men teach in their high places, such women as Dorcas illustrate in their lives.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. That's all you really need to know.
It.
That's good. She was like, yeah, see this part?
Yeah.
Typical. She's like, I don't even know witness. Oh, nice miracle.
Yeah. And she probably did it herself. Because no one was there to witness. She was probably like, rise up myself. I'm back alive.
She's like, sure. And then the next one, Acts 16.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. What do you got for this? Damsel. It has a damsel in it.
I like a good damsel. So basically,
damsel-y.
All these apostles were just like walking around and doing good deeds, apparently. The king had put some of them in jail because obviously King Herod wanted them all dead because he only wanted people worshiping him.
That dude sounds
probably
like somebody I know.
Right?
You know?
I know.
Does he have like yellow hair?
He's got a lot of
King
similarities.
Herod.
A
Yeah.
lot of similarities in the orange buffoon. Yeah, because he keeps showing up, and I'm like, it's our guy.
It's our guy.
Sounds like an idiot. Like, what idiot would be like, I'm going to kill all the babies.
I know, like, relax.
I think one's going to grow up to be a king.
Yeah, relax. Just do your king thing.
Yeah. Enjoy your
fiefdom.
Yeah, and have your gold and drink out of your goblet.
It's
but
so
leave the rest of us alone. But then they talk about angels. So he was supposed to be in jail, but he showed up, and there was a woman that saw Peter, and she was like, guys, I just saw Peter. And they're like, you're crazy. And she's like, no, like legit just saw Peter. And then Peter kept knocking because she's like, no, he's out here. And they're like, nah. And so Peter's knocking, and they're like, oh my God, Peter. And she's like, dude, I told you that. But they wouldn't believe her. They thought she was crazy. Then they were like, the Lord took me out of prison. And totally disregard the fact that the lady had already told him, like, guys, Peter's here. So an angel took him out. And they were like, no. And then it took Peter to come in and be like, Pada!
I'm Peter. Here.
And she's still standing there like, I just said that.
So to recap, nobody believes women, but men can write stories about like burning bushes, talking asses, bringing people back from the dead. Nobody sees any of this, but they're like, trust me. Everybody's like, sounds right on.
Legit.
And then these women, just like what's her face, a couple chapters ago, who was like, an angel said to name my son John, and they're like, okay, let's get your husband in here.
You gotta name and the dad's like, name him John. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Craytown.
It's maddening.
So the ladies said, so they had all these people were like followers of Peter. So they were like, although they all were often praying for Peter's deliverance, they could not believe Rhoda when she said that Peter stood knocking at the gate. And when really, like, hello, you prayed for this. And she's saying, why wouldn't you be like, our prayers have been answered? No, they're like, nah.
It's Rhoda.
Come on,
she is.
Rhoda.
No way.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Hilarious. And I just wrote, why were they praying if you didn't believe that it was going to work?
Yeah, isn't that a sin?
Right?
Is it a sin not to believe? I don't know.
I mean, if you're praying, like if you're
I
pretending.
feel like being raised Catholic, that's like I absorbed that was. Like if you don't believe, it's wrong.
Well, yeah, you go to hell. Yeah. You don't remember that? Well, that was
okay. I remember correctly.
That was that was my first questioning. Like when I started like questioning, I'm like, okay, like I love the things Jesus is doing, but like if we are following what he says, and then why would we say these people that are doing good things but they're Buddhists can't go to heaven? Like they're not doing anything bad. But just because you don't believe in my guy, you can't go. And I had a real problem with that because I'm like, that doesn't seem fair.
It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
What did they say? Were they like, you may never repeat what you just said?
They're like, shh. No, they're basically like, you're such a teenager. Those are like, don't.
They're like, life will beat you down soon enough. You won't have any thoughts or opinions of your own.
Like, right. Little did they know. Well, we should move on to a certain woman named Lydia.
Do it. Okay, yes, certain woman. This is Acts 16. Yeah, right? Isn't that what we did? Yes. I love a certain woman.
So the certain woman named Lydia, and then later a certain damsel possessed with a spirit of divination. So she was divine. Anyways, I just thought it was funny. But she was a soothsayer.
I love soothsayers. Yeah.
And she was good. And she was, well, I don't know if she was good or if she's corrupt. She might have just been a little, craft magician. She had masters, though. She was kind of like a slave soothsayer. And she was making them lots of money, right?
Oh, yep.
Now, Lydia just sold purple clothes, which apparently was a popular color.
I like here what Elizabeth says. She's a merchant who trafficked in purple clothes.
Purple clothes.
Trafficking.
And I love some purple
I love
clothes.
a purple cloth.
Some cloth. But yeah, they sent Peter and they brought the spirit of evil out of the soothsayer. And man, the masters were mad.
Yeah.
They were like, that soothsayer, that certain damsel was my moneymaker.
That's right.
And they rose up and went after him. And yeah, so basically Paul did a good thing by bringing this evil spirit out of this lady. And of course, the magistrates were nuts about it because they weren't making any money.
Oh, because they think that soothsaying is evil.
Right? Right? Because it's not the magic of the burning bush.
Right.
It was like its own magic.
Right, its own magic. And they're like, you just cost us a lot of money.
This is ridiculous.
It's like De Niro in Casino.
It is.
It is. Do you know what I'm talking about? You know where I'm going with this?
Go.
Where he could pick all the winners
Yep.
for the sports books. And the big mob bosses were like, you don't let anybody mess
That's right.
with him.
Just like that.
It is exactly like that. In fact, I'll have to ask Marty if he
be like,
based Casino
Out of
on
the
Acts
Acts.
16. What else we got? Acts 18.
So this takes place in Greece.
Oh,
all
yes.
over Greece.
Yes.
But then he moves to Syria. They just bebopped all around back in the.
Yeah, well,
in
how
the
were they
forever-
bebopping on?
I don't. Camels?
Camels? By foot?
I mean, donkeys, of
Ship?
course. Asses.
Yeah.
You gotta take an ass.
An ass can get you pretty far. It can really get you far.
It can,
A
especially
good
if it talks
ass
to you.
opens doors.
Okay, so this one is a lovely lady. She and her husband, Priscilla and Aquila,
Oh, I like that. Aquila.
they were tent makers.
Yeah.
And Paul ended up staying with them, which was nice because not everybody was welcoming to the apostles.
Oh.
And they were like, come on in.
They were probably like, you guys are dirty hippies.
right?
Sackcloth.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here.
But these people, they were like, come on in. And they let him live with them for a couple months. And they're like, learn to make tents. And he was like, okay. So obviously the apostles hardworking as well.
That's right. It was an excellent custom of those days for educated people to be also instructed in some mechanical trade.
Yeah. So I think the story was like,
This is one where I really was like, why is this in the women's Bible?
I guess maybe because even the woman was revered. Like she wasn't thought of as less than.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. They were
There
like,
you go.
they were a team,
Yeah.
the husband and wife.
That's right.
Not only that, the guy wasn't telling her what to do. They were like a team.
That's right. Because in this next super short passage from Acts 21 with this Sara.
Oh yeah. I don't know how to say that, but that sounds good.
Sara.
Caesarea.
I don't really get what the story is. Somebody has 4 daughters. They were endowed with the gift of prophecy, and perhaps they gave limitations to Paul.
He had, it's like very short. He was a deacon, Philip, and he had lovely daughters, apparently. I don't know why they have to say they were virgins. First of all, how did they know? Anyway, were they going around checking?
I know.
All these virgins, did they have like a virgin checker? Did they have like
probably did. I think we don't
like
want to ask. Yeah.
Oh, you're probably right. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
Oh, oh my goodness. Well, okay, you're right. So because this goes into, I think she just put it as an example to show what she says later. Women are quite highly honored in the book of Acts if we accept the tragedy of the unfortunate wife who obeyed her husband.
Yeah.
Which was the first story we heard, right?
Yeah.
Where she was like, I just followed what he said. And they're like, you got to give up the ghost.
Now you're dead.
So
She's like, but I obeyed. Like,
this is
you told me to obey.
I should have read the first part of this. With Philip's 4 daughters, all endowed with the spirit of prophecy, and Priscilla as a teacher of great principles to the orators of her time, and one of Paul's chosen traveling companions. Women are quite highly honored in the book of Acts. So that was why she put that in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They were.
And so when Paul was traveling around, right?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I hung out with women. But as we've learned, they always did.
Always. And
there were women involved in all of that. They just didn't get painted into the big picture.
And they were even judges and priests and all that.
Yeah.
Goodness. They were there.
Yeah.
They're in the history books. And then we just kind of got away with it. Oh, Drusilla.
Yeah, this very last one. This is Acts. Acts 24, verse 24, 25.
Yes. We got Felix and Drusilla, and they were married. Now, Drusilla was a daughter of Herod. But
Okay.
she was married to a king, but she left him to live with this guy, Felix.
I didn't know Felix was like a biblical name.
Actually, a lot of these,
Kind of
I'm like,
randy.
really?
I know. I'm like, Sephora?
And then,
Actually, that does sound kind of
Yeah,
ancient.
that one,
Sorry.
but
that
like-
wasn't a good example.
Felix?
Yeah. Deb?
Yeah. Deborah?
Yeah, I know.
And then, but Felix really was not a Christian, but he was interested in the whole thing. So he asked the apostle to come and teach him about it, but he wasn't really interested. Was just curious, and so was the wife. By the way, the wife had beheaded someone before. So, I mean,
Side note.
not high
Not a
character.
big deal.
I'm thinking,
Well, who was the guy? Let's not judge her.
oh, it was
You know.
James, but I don't know
Yeah,
what James
okay.
did, but
Okay.
I don't think it's a good thing to behead someone. I'm just going to throw that out there no matter what.
Well, yeah, it's messy.
It's
The cleanup.
It's like, can you
Ooh,
imagine?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Yeah.
But this closing by EBD just has me like,
Oh my gosh, and that's Ellen Battelle Dietrick, right?
yeah, she's a baddie.
She is such a baddie, and she's the one that passed away before she did not see the publishing of the second part of Women's Bible.
And she also wrote her own book. It was written in 1897, and it was literally just called Women in Early Christian Ministry.
I know.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the subtitle is a reply to this dude that she calls out in here.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah.
Okay, bring it
So
together. Bring it together.
Yeah, so the
girl.
subtitle of her book was A Reply to Bishop Doan.
Woo!
So I just want you to know that Doan was a bishop in New York, and he was the very first bishop to build a cathedral in the United States. And it was very expensive, by the way.
Really?
And he really didn't like women.
Oh, shocker.
Shocker. Shocker. He was active in speaking out against the women's suffrage. And here's a nod to the current times. Believed that women's natural place was in the home, taking care of the children.
Oh, there it is. It's natural.
It was the natural.
Side question. I was thinking about this because last week I learned that Jesus only talked to his mom 3 times in the whole Bible. Did you already know that?
No, I did not. I mean,
So
I never thought about it, but yeah, she's not mentioned a lot.
And I was like, it's so funny, this whole like family values thing. I'm curious. I wonder if any listeners know, when did this family values thing get attached? Because we've worked our way through this Bible, and there actually isn't anything about that stuff. There is some stuff that's like honor the father and mother, but from the stuff we've read in context, it's more like, yeah, so if they want to sacrifice you to death,
Yep.
you have to honor that.
Yeah.
Like, it has nothing to do with the nuclear family that
No.
America has attached to Christianity. Nothing to do with it.
No,
I
how-
don't see it. And if
how
anybody can
could they?
show me where,
Please bring it to us.
Bring it to
because
us.
all I've seen is men taking multitudes of women
yeah,
and just having scores of children.
right.
There's no traditional in that.
There's no traditional.
and
there's-
I've seen some really nasty mothers that don't even care about their kids
yeah. Also,
in the Bible.
all of the apostles left their families.
Oh, true.
They all left their families.
Absolutely.
And they don't write about their families. So,
Yeah.
like, connect that for us.
Yeah, please. If you
Please.
could connect the dots, and it has to be like legit.
It has
in
to
the
be
Bible.
legit. Don't give me any read the Bible.
Yeah.
Show
you
me.
You need to give me the page that I can find in my Bible too.
Right.
Okay?
Okay. And then we're going to call up Elizabeth Cady Stanton.
And she's going to come down
We're going
from
to
the heavens
resurrect
because
her.
we are connected.
Yes, we are.
I feel like we are.
We are.
Molecularly
We are. I know.
connected to her.
I feel that with EBD too.
Oh my gosh, EBD for certain. Yeah, so the end of this is basically like, hey guys, you gotta pull your heads out your asses and realize we are being oppressed by some crazy men. And I like and one of them is
Cardinal
this
Dolan.
damn,
Or what's his
it's a
name?
bishop.
Donan? Bishop, sorry.
I think it's Bishop Doan. So the Reverend Edwin Hatch He actually sounds like a good guy that was actually a historical guy. They say, hey, I have to admit, guys, and this is 1895, we don't really have a lot of details on these apostles, right?
Right.
He said Paul's life in Rome and all the rest of the history, this is Dr. Edwin Hatch, are all enveloped in mists from which no single gleam of certain light emerges. The place and occasion of his death are not less uncertain than the facts of his later life. The chronology of the rest of Paul's life is as uncertain as the date of his death. We have no means of knowing when he was born or how long he lived or at what date the several events of his life took place. That was his quote. Now we're on to EBD. Exactly the same may be said of Peter. The strongest probability is that Paul and Peter were two obscure men who lived in the latter part of the first or beginning of the second century, neither of whom could have seen first century Jesus. So, like,
damn.
Yeah. Like,
they're like, check it out. I wonder if there's been any updates, legit historian updates from this.
I
we should check that.
I can.
But I mean, if they're like, they don't have it there, maybe something was uncovered. I liked this line where she was like, as for the passages now found in the New Testament epistles of Paul concerning women's non-equality with men and duty of subjection, there is no room to doubt that they are barefaced forgeries.
Bum, bum, bum.
Interpolated by unscrupulous bishops during the early period in which a combined and determined effort was made to reduce women to silent submission, not only in the church, but also in the home and in the state. I mean, you're right. I mean, her entire passage in this thing, she goes on to even, I mean, she's just like ripping them up.
Ripping them on them. And,
she's like, it doesn't even...
I probably should read her book because it's just like, come on, people. And the fact that they've left out all the women's stuff. When she actually talks about that bishop, she's like, whether Bishop Doan is ignorant of this fact about not having enough history, or whether he is merely presuming upon women's ignorance thereof, it is impossible to say. But one thing is clear, and that is that the time has arrived when all women should be informed of the true status of their sex in the ministry of primitive church. We were there. It's written. Just read it in the Acts. They were doing the work
stuff. They were hanging out.
They were doing the things. They were walking with the apostles,
teaching the apostles stuff,
and
like how to camp.
You know it, Mr. Bishop.
Yeah,
you know it.
Isn't that wild?
And that's the thing that's most concerning. This place of love, the church, it's supposed to be a place of love and acceptance and everything, is really run by yucky male tyrants.
But this is why, I mean, you hear it from so many different groups, and I can't help it because I'm like, I know white guys, they're cool. But I'm like, sorry, dudes, but white men have the only talent that they're superior at is erasing people.
Exactly.
I mean, they've done it to Native Americans, African Americans, Mexicans. Like,
and they are like literally actively doing it right now.
And we're watching it happen. And that's what they do. They're just like, we're just going to erase this part of the Smithsonian.
Yeah. Actively doing it right now as we sit here.
Yeah. Erasing
history. And you can't believe that someone corrupted this book that you are living your life on?
Right.
How can you, where is the disconnect?
It's fucking wild. I'm like, okay.
It does. It raises my, like, you're what?
It's so, they are going to, I bet that's, oh man. Yeah.
I mean,
she goes, everything she says in this whole, I think I could have just underlined this entire thing. Did you get this part? You didn't read this part here where she's like, The first important truth for them to learn concerning the question is that there's a missing link of some 500 years between the close of that body of literature known as the Old Testament and the compilation of that collection of letters, narratives, etc., now presented to us as the quote-unquote New Testament. Girls of Christian families are commonly inoculated in their ignorant and therefore helplessly credulous youth with unquestioning belief that the New Testament was written in the first century of our era by disciples who were contemporary with Jesus, and that Peter and Paul were first century Christians, the former of whom had personally known and followed Jesus, while the latter was a convert from Judaism after Jesus' death, never having seen the teacher himself. And I am telling you, as somebody that grew up in this crap, I didn't know that.
No, I didn't either.
Look, I'm like, I even paused because I was like, my mind's blown too.
Yeah.
And because you could still take the book. It has good,
It's got
cool stories.
It's got great
Listen,
moral lessons.
that story of Esther and Vashti,
Yeah.
great story.
Keep that.
Which, by the way, well, we do. Anyways, I wanted to talk about Project Esther and why it may be named after that, but we could do that a different time. Yeah. Anyways,
Dang it.
back to this. So that's why in EBD, she is an expert in this. She was a scholar and she wrote books on this.
Yeah, specifically about women being able to minister. So it was probably something she wanted to do.
And she must have been an expert, very knowledgeable, because she was picked on for it. So,
Oh, yeah.
otherwise, they'd just be like, she's just a crazy lady. So,
Right?
you know, yeah. What's the last? Do you have any other? I mean, I underlined a ton of stuff, but, you know,
Yeah.
that's the gist of it. Well, I had. Did I already?
And they do talk about Acts chapter 17. That's kind of creepy.
Oh, they do. What do they say? What do they say?
It
Let's
says,
talk
and
about it.
in Acts chapter 17, we are explicitly told that the Greek converts made by Paul in Greece were chief women, honorable women. This is sufficient refutation. Is that the word?
I think so.
Refutation.
Yeah, sure.
Of the argument of the clergyman who strives to clear the character of Paul at the expense of the character of the women of Corinth. The Corinthians.
The
Letters from Corinthians,
Corinthians.
the Greeks.
There's a Corinth, Mississippi.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They used to have a slug burger festival. It's
Like
great.
with slugs?
Nope. It was
Okay.
because they were burgers that used to be charged a nickel. Just a nickel down there in
a slug.
Mississippi, down
Little-
there in Corinth.
All you need is a little slug.
That's right. Just get yourself a slug burger.
I love
So-
it. Yeah. So anyways.
So that's X.
That's Acts.
That's X. I mean, it's so good.
Episode 21.
I
Women
know.
are good. We're in the ministry, guys.
I know, but we're not.
But we're not.
But we are not.
And we're just sliding in back. We're sliding back. I mean, not without a fight.
I mean, this is,
pushing us.
everybody remember this.
We're not sliding.
We
We're being...
are actually not sliding back. Public discourse has slid back.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that women have.
No,
We
we're feisty.
are sovereign.
Yeah.
We are ungovernable. We are Xena warrior princess. No, I don't know what I was going to say. We're like,
we shall overcome
that's right.
and find our rightful place at the head of the table.
That's right. Find our at the round table.
Oh.
We don't need to be at the head.
I love a round table.
Okay.
There is nothing better than gathering in a circle.
I know. Kumbaya, girl. Or next episode. I always say next week. We're going to make it. But so next episode, we will be
Epistling.
epistling.
We're going to be...
Epistling. That's
Is
a
that
very
a thing?
poppy thing. Sorry.
We're going to epistle.
It says, so epistles to Romans and Corinthians. That's what we're going through next week.
Hey, Romans
and
and Greeks.
Corinthians. I love it.
Romans and Greeks. Let's do it up.
So we're doing that. I hope that we sparked either through the screenshot call out.
That was a good one.
Or wasn't that a good one? I really want to see. I'm so
oh
curious.
my gosh, please send us your screenshots.
Yes.
Those are
Yes.
gold.
Those are gold. Or you can just tell us what they were.
Yeah. I mean, because maybe it's like,
Yeah, maybe you don't want to send us that.
maybe it's
Yeah.
private.
Get your EXIF data off first. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be doing that. please reach out to us. Please share this with everybody you know. We truly don't know how much longer we'll be able to do this.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, we may be in work camps soon.
It's true.
Who knows?
I know. We definitely, I don't think we can be in the birthing thing, but maybe we'll have to be the midwives.
That would be a miracle. They do not want me to be a midwife.
Well,
actually, I'd be great.
Right?
Yeah. All right. We'll talk about
You'd
that.
be like, breathe through it. Yeah. Breathe through it. Give me a baby.
I'll be like, get her a cold Coca-Cola. She looks sweaty.
Get her a Coke.
Get her Coke. Everybody.
A little bit of nicotine.
They'll get that baby out.
You just got to get relaxed.
I'll be like, I feel like she could use a nicotine patch to get that baby out.
I'd hire you. You're hired.
Thank you.
As long as you speak in Southern drawls.
Yes.
It makes everything better.
It really does. I slip into it sometimes because I miss being in Tennessee.
I would like
bit.
that.
Yeah, Tennessee. It's beautiful.
I feel like you could say the most hateful thing and it would just still feel good in the soul.
What, in Southern accent?
Yeah, just like you're insulting me, but I like it.
Okay. So we said all that. Thank you so much for listening.
Like us, share us.
Like us, share us. And this
Comment.
week, remember, you are sovereign.
Yes.